Mr. Speaker, I rise today in support of H.R. 1189, the Undersea Cable Control Act. What is this about at a higher level? It's about this. Don't enable our adversaries. Don't allow them to become stronger than us, or to make us reliant upon them, or to catch up to us in any way whatsoever, especially China. How does this relate to the bill? Undersea cables, if you're not familiar, they carry about 99% of transoceanic digital communications. Think things like voice communications, data, internet, trillions of daily international financial transactions, things that you don't want China getting a hold of. They serve as the backbone, a framework really for global internet. These cables, they enable consumers, they enable businesses, they enable governments, and they enable the military to communicate securely with each other and to access the internet. That's pretty daggone important. So the United States derives significant benefits from its leading position in global subsea cable networks, which carry the vast majority of voice and internet traffic between continents. However, in recent years, Chinese companies, heavily subsidized, of course, by the PRC, the communist government, have started investing heavily in owning and supplying subsea cables. So I would say it in this way. Imagine if we allowed during the last Cold War the Soviet Union to buy up radio component companies in the United States of America and other places during that Cold War. What would things have been like? What kind of danger would that have been? That's the way that you should look at this. The U.S. has to look at the supply, the ownership of these cables as another front in our competition with the PRC, where their aim is to supplant, like anything, supplant the United States of America's position. This is not just an economic issue. The Chinese, they will steal information. They will make it unsecure. They want our transmissions. They weaponize all forms of telecommunication that they can. They weaponize every bit of social media that they can. They try to make these capabilities fit their own nefarious ends. So do we really think for a second that they would not do the same with undersea cables? I'm not going to be fooled into thinking that. That's why I've introduced the Undersea Cable Control Act. It is a bipartisan bill that will direct the president to develop a strategy to eliminate American technologies capable of supporting undersea cables from falling into the hands of our adversaries, blocking our adversaries' ability to develop and perfect undersea cable capabilities. It's a critical step for our security, and I thank you for listening to my opinions on this issue. In closing, I would just encourage us to look at the world in this way. Everything with China, everything with communists is competition. It's competition against America. It's competition against our democratic values, our way of life, the way that we operate, the way that we pride ourselves on freedom. And I don't kick well, but I'm prepared to kick their ass in anything, and I yield back the balance of my time.